Hello everybody, welcome to the core concept lecture. This one will be focusing on narrative and understanding narrative. So what is narrative? Narrative is knowing why the market should draw to a specific price point. Narrative is knowing when the market is predisposed to either draw higher or lower via higher time frame order flow. And narrative is important because it helps you filter out false signals on the lower time frame. What frames narrative? So narrative is framed by true reversals, and true reversals, as you guys know, in TPD part 3, if you haven't watched that, we covered more on this topic. True reversals are formed by higher time frame SMTs and higher time frame TPDs. So navigating through narrative, as you guys know, throughout this entire mentorship, we have been focusing on the weekly and daily cycle. So that's been our main focus, and we trade the weekly cycle, we treat it as our higher time frame, and we treat the daily cycle as our lower time frame. So we navigate between those two cycles to confirm what the market is likely to do next. So we frame reversals and retracements off of those two time frames, but to gauge actual higher time frame narrative and understanding where the market should flow overall, we use the monthly cycle as our narrative time frame. So let's say a monthly cycle SMT forms. That will be a pretty important higher low that is likely to stay intact for a while, and we use the weekly and daily cycle to navigate through that run for reversals and retracements. So looking at the diagram here, you can see that you want your important highs to be formed by true reversals and your important lows to be formed by true reversals. And whenever I say important highs and important lows, I'm just referring to highs and lows that are likely to stay intact for a while and not get ran through again. So pivot points, if you will, kind of like how in the 6-hour TPDs, those form pivot points throughout the week. So you want to see these highs and lows stay intact until another true reversal forms that will take out the other true reversal. And generally, true reversals, the highs and the lows, will be unsymmetrical. So price will move from symmetrical to unsymmetrical price action. And you guys will see this as we carry along throughout these next couple of months. So let's say, for example, a monthly cycle true reversal formed. For retracements, we would still look for daily and weekly cycle SMTs. And for continuations, we would look for daily and weekly cycle SMTs. So we're navigating through the daily and weekly cycle, still framing off of what the monthly cycle true reversal is telling us. So we don't want to be short holders for too long if it's bullish, and we're mainly focused on being a buyer whenever price will drop down into a discount. All right, Newton's laws of motion, and you're probably wondering, how does the laws of motion come into trading? Well, an object in motion will stay in motion until an equal or opposite force acts upon it. Price will continue in the direction it's predetermined to go until something forms that says otherwise. So using that, we can figure out weighted probabilities theory. So if we categorize the cycles that we use as our narrative time frame, our higher time frame, and our lower time frame, we can categorize that into numbers via strength. So the monthly cycle would be the strongest, the weekly cycle would be in the middle, and then the daily cycle would be the weakest. So monthly cycle would be equivalent to 3, weekly cycle would be equivalent to 2, and daily cycle would be equivalent to 1. So if a bearish monthly SMT and a weekly SMT formed at the same time, being a 2-stage SMT, then that would be equivalent to 5. Let's say after that run has began, a bullish weekly SMT forms. We would not expect that bullish weekly SMT to override that bearish monthly SMT and weekly SMT that happened at the same time, because it is weaker. If you numerically add it together, it is weaker. So if anything, it would offer a retracement and not another true reversal. All right, homework. So after a true reversal took place, study what went on inside of the weekly and daily cycle during each leg of the narrative time frame price run. So what do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, a monthly and weekly cycle SMT formed at the same time, and it was confirmed by a TPD, giving a true reversal. After that run has started, study what formed retracements and continuations of that run on the weekly and daily cycle. So hopefully you guys found this one insightful. I will speak with you all again on Sunday night, and I know these videos are a little bit shorter. So if you guys want me to make these videos longer, or if you prefer it to be just shorter and straight to the point, please let me know, because I know I do kind of rush through and speed through them a little bit, but they are jam-packed with information. So again, hopefully you guys found this one insightful. Good luck and enjoy your weekend.